Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Radio Silent Play. I am your moderator for today on Sunday, October 5th, 2014. Let me start off by saying I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own due diligence before trading any stock or options. Trading stocks and options require a lot. Okay, I just want to make sure that everybody can hear me. So I know we only have eight guys with us today. So if you guys are listening to me and hearing me pretty good, just press Y for yes. Okay, great. So pretty much everybody can hear me. I'm just trying out a new piece of equipment here, and I had noticed that the other microphone was giving us a little bit of difficulty. So we're trying something new. Hopefully this will be a little bit better. Okay, so first off, I'm gonna go over some big boards. Okay, some options. I know some of you guys don't trade the options right now, but it just gives you a little bit of a different outlook towards the markets, especially when you have the small caps or the OTCs slowing down. Right now, you have a little bit more volatility in the big boards. So I just want to just go over what the SPY is doing, the S&P 500. Okay, this is pretty much what the major markets are doing right now. If you noticed on the SPY, okay, we tested that 192.40 level. Okay, you have a bit of a bullish reversal candle here that came in on October 2nd. Okay, and what we're noticing now is it's back in this trend line. Okay, this channel here. What we're looking at is for a potential test of this 198.23. So traders that want to, look for the scalps, okay, I would recommend to look at that 194.50 level. Okay, that's that level I gave to traders a week ago. That 194.50 level is significant support. If the stock breaks below, okay, you have that support at 193.40, and then that 192 level. Okay, so far the markets are still in an uptrend. Okay, you do see some weakness, but I'm looking at this 198.20 to about 200 level to look for a shorting opportunity. Okay, if it closes above 201.70, okay, that's where you'll stop out, and it could break higher. Right now, we're having issues. Still have issues abroad. Okay, you have the issues in the Middle East, also in the Ukraine. So nothing has changed. Okay, we had the job numbers come in slightly positive. So there is a positive outlook as far as heading into the weekend. So what we're gonna look for is any changes. I want traders to also look at what the dollar is doing. Okay, if you look at the dollar right now, it's significantly stronger. Okay, it's actually gapping up, and what you're seeing here is a strong, okay, U.S. dollar. Okay, whenever the dollar is stronger, markets work inverse. Okay, so what you're seeing right now is a little bit of a divergence. Okay, I don't know if many have noticed, but silver and gold have taken a bit of a drop. So I just want traders to just bear in mind that when you have a stronger dollar, okay, a stronger dollar will pretty much give equities, okay, uh, you'll see a little bit of an inverse relationship there. I mean, I know we haven't seen that as much as we have in the past, but at the same time, the stronger dollar, okay, must be looked at. Right now, what I'm looking at for resistance level, if we come over here on the weekly chart on the US dollar, we're right at that level. So what we're looking at is for another close above this 23 level. If it closes above 23, it could see a sideways consolidation and move higher. So the dollar is significantly stronger right now. Okay, so what you want to see is a confirmation on the U.S. dollar at 23. I think the next level of major resistance on the UUP is 23.20. So I want traders to watch that 23.20 level. Okay, so that 23.20 level is something that traders should look at. Okay, I have a. If you look here at the GLD. Okay, and now it's testing on its third time. Okay, this bottom here. If it breaks, okay, you could see a breakdown in gold. Okay, right now currently gold has broken below that 1200 support. Okay, so with that break, okay, what we're looking at the GLD is a break below this 114 level on 2 consecutive closes. If it does, okay, that next support would be that 110 level. Okay, so I want traders to understand that, I know sometimes you'll get that double bottom bounce, okay, but what we could see is this this 114 level break. Okay, if it breaks 114.50 on 2 consecutive closes, you could see a test of that 110 support, and that's that mental support. Okay, so those that are in GLD, I know we have the setup, but abide by your stop. Also, same as in silver. I still am a firm believer of buying silver in the longer term. Okay, but what we are looking at silver is a breakdown as well. So I want traders to understand that we've broken some levels here, some key levels. So I want traders to understand that some levels were broken on the metals markets. So I am, we are seeing this breakdown in silver. Okay, so now what we want to see is some consolidation. If you look on the weekly chart, okay, RSI, we're already in oversold conditions. So I want just traders to watch that move. What you're looking for typically is 2 closes green. Okay, 2 green closes. Okay, any close above this 17-18 level will signal a bottom in silver. But right now you are seeing a lot of weakness in commodities, especially with the stronger dollar. Okay, I'm gonna go over here on. Let me know if you have any questions. Any questions on anything that we've spoke about. Okay, so I'm looking at the XLNX. Okay, and we saw a breakdown here. You got a bit of a head and shoulders pattern setting up here. Okay, watch that 42.20 to 42.80 level, which is right around here, this cluster here. Any pullback up to this level will be a shorting opportunity, right? What I would do is I would buy the puts, and we'll go a little bit short term because these guys are getting ready to post earnings, so we don't want to pass that earnings a date. So you guys can check on that, but I would buy the puts for November 15th if we see that 42.40 to 42.80 okay level on a pullback, and our target price would be 41 and our target 2 would be 39. Ultimately, I think that this could break down to 37. So if it does gap down, okay, you may test this 38 level over here. So just watch the XLNX right now. It's very weak right now. Okay, the next one is corn. I know we had a bad trade with corn before. We were looking for that bottom over here at the 24 range. Okay, since then it broke down, but right now what we're looking at is some accumulation here, a lot of green volume here. Okay, $22.70 to $23.10. I think it's a good buy range. I would go for the January calls, strike 25. Okay, I think they're going from anywhere from 40 to 50 cents. So they're pretty cheap. Okay, my target, my strike would be either would be 25. Okay, my target 1 would be 24. Target 2 would be 25, and then potentially I think that we could test this $27 range. Okay, because once that pressure comes on the U.S. dollar, I think that we'll see a move on the corn. Okay, so again, that corn is something we're going to be looking at right now. We have a little bit of a box consolidation pattern here at the lows. Okay, and you have one, two, three green days. So this could mean a reversal for corn. Okay, another stock that I'm looking at, it closed at the low of the day, so it just be aware that you could see a test or a kiss of that 23 support level. Okay, right now it's very, very oversold. Okay, if we're getting into the SDRL, I'll look at the January calls. I saw that there was some action on the calls for January. Strike 26. All right, my target would be 26. Target 2 would be 28, and my potential move would be somewhere around here at 30 right here. Okay, you got a little bit of a gap fill here at 30. So my stop close here would be tight with a close below 22 and 2 consecutive closes. Okay, and I saw Tango post that they're liking the strike prices. That's what I'm going to start doing. I know there's a little bit of confusion with what strike prices you want to go and what dates. The reason I would go out as DRL, okay, this is the shippers, okay, the shipping companies, Seadrill. All right, I would what I would do here is this may take some consolidation. It's at its 52-week lows now. So there's a lot of panic. So what we want to see is some consolidation, and it may take some time. That's why I went out for the January calls. Okay, and likely with corn as well, you're getting the premiums are 40 to 50 cents on those January calls. I think they're very cheap, and traders can consolidate and accumulate shares. Okay, any pullback to 22.70, okay, or accumulation from 22.70 to 23.10 for January calls, strike 25 would be good. I think there were over 2,000 contracts bought in that range. So I want traders to understand that a lot of trades were a lot of contracts were picked up for the corn on January calls for strike 25. Okay, another one that I'm looking at is IWM. Okay, the IWM. Okay, for the IWM, what we're looking at the IWM is that 107 level. Okay, it kissed the 107 level. Okay, back on Friday. Okay, the IWM, which is pretty much the indicator for small caps, the Russell 2000 tested that 107 level and has since bounced up. Okay, watch any pullback back to that 107.50 level. Could be an entry. Okay, and we could see that test of 110 to 111 for the scalp. So any traders that want to trade the IWM, okay, on a scalp, okay, watch that 107.50 to 108.50. Okay, just watch what the markets do right now. Okay, that 107.50 for the IWM. I know we picked up some puts at the 115, 116 level. Okay, those played out perfectly, and now what you're seeing is a good support at the 107.50 level. Okay, so I want traders to keep an eye on the IWM. Another one that I want to show you guys is the XLF. This is pretty much the ETF for the financials. Okay, the XLF. Okay, if you see here, okay, connect this pivot low to the pivot low on its previous low. Okay, you have good support there. Okay, the market's gapped up on Friday. Okay, so watch for that 23.20 to break. If the 23.20 breaks, okay, you could retest these highs. Okay, so watch that. All right, that's the 20-day moving average. Okay, if it can't break this level, then watch that 22.90 to break. If the XLF breaks below, okay, you have downside down to 22 level. Right, so watch the XLF. That's pretty much the what all the banks, all the big financial. That's the financial sector. All right. That's pretty much what the the indicator or the barometer for the markets. Okay. JPM is a big one, so I want traders to keep an eye on the XLF. Okay. So that's pretty much it. Now what I'm going to move over is to small caps. If you have any questions on any of the options setups. Okay, Kafka says the mic is low. Okay, the mic is low. If you guys have problems with listening to me on the microphone, just let me know. I'll speak a little louder. All right, great. So I'm moving on. I'm moving on to the small caps. Okay, last week we had a couple of small caps trigger, and they're still in the buy zone. So XEL is still trading at that 140. I think it actually triggered. Okay, let me just look at what. Okay, the EXEL right now is currently trading at 150, so it's still consolidating at that bottom. So traders that want to buy that EXEL, that's still in the buy zone. So for you small cap traders, that's still that trade is still active. It did trigger at $1.50, so it's holding. What I want traders to do, anybody in there or anybody willing to get in, just keep that stop closed below 140 two consecutive times. Okay, you saw us stop out at the WLT. Okay, the WLT did break down. It went all the way down to $2. Okay, now it's holding that support at $2. So we stopped at the WLT, but I think it is holding pretty well. So just keep an eye on the EXEL. Okay, let me just show you the daily chart on the EXEL. Okay, right now you're seeing that consolidation here at that $1.50 range. So EXEL is still in play. Okay, I did post a couple of other stocks as well. Okay, the MCP. I grabbed shares. I know I grabbed shares, and I also grabbed contract for January. Okay, strike price $1.50. So anybody interested in buying $1.50 strike price on the calls for January 27th? I believe they're in the 80 cent range. Okay, I'm not sure. I gotta double check that, but you can also look to buy the MCP at that $1 to $1.20. I think we saw the lowest entry at $1.17. So that thing is trading now at about $1.30. So it's just holding that level now. So just keep an eye on the MCP. It's still in the buy zone. Okay, looking at the small caps that we're looking at now is the PDLI. Okay, biopharma stock is trading at $7.60. Any pullback here has not closed below this $7.50 mark. Okay, any kiss of this $7.40 mark could be a good entry. Okay, our target would be this gap fill here. Okay, at $8.30. Okay, so you have good potential upside on the PDLI. Right now, you're seeing the stock is oversold, and we're holding a bit of a box consolidation here. Okay, another one is FNMA. Okay, this one's Fannie Mae. Okay, they were gonna get sued. They had news that they were gonna get sued, and then they dropped the lawsuit. And now the stock tested $1.40, and since then it's hit a high of $1.89. So you could see a little bit of a consolidation and a gap fill up to this $2.25 range. So could be a good continuation on the FNMA. Okay, so watch that $1.60 to $1.70 range. Okay, if it gets down to $1.50, I think it'd be a good buy zone. Again, keep you don't want the stock to close below this red. Okay, this red low here at $1.50. Okay, two closes below $1.50, I would get out. Okay. Okay, that's pretty much what I have for the small caps. Any questions on the small caps? Okay, great. So we're gonna move on to the OTC weekly watch list. Okay, the OTC weekly watch list for this week. I know some people were complaining about having too many stocks on the watch list. We did place a vote. So far, not many voters, but they want the same setups, and um, I guess we got 5 votes. Okay, a couple of people wanted fewer stocks. I guess that was the some people didn't care. So I'm gonna leave that voting on for you guys, so you guys can decide what you guys want to do. But I still posted just 3 stocks, and I'm gonna review a couple of others. Okay, so October 6, 2014, our OTC weekly watch list. One of the stocks that we have is XTRN. Okay, XTRN currently trading at 0.0078. Okay, what I noticed here was this double bottom here broke down. This was at about 0.009 level. Okay, and the stock, if you hit a 50% retrace, it would have been 45. It hit a low of 0.0048. Okay, but you did manage to close at 7.8. So what I want traders to do now is to watch this box pattern here. See what type of consolidation you have. You must stay very diligent and very disciplined on this trade if you are going to get in the trade. Okay, you want to keep an eye on the support levels. Okay, so the stock broke its 52-week low support at 0.009, and so its 50% retrace level at 0.0048. Actually, 50% from 90 is 45, but it's all low 48. Okay, that was the low on Friday. This is a low share structure stock that could start a bottom consolidation, but with that said, traders should set parameters, just like any other stock, and ensure they are able to abide by a 2 consecutive day stop. Only 200 million authorized shares on this stock, okay, and just a float of 6 million. Okay, it's been updated on pink sheets since July 2014. Okay, you have ticket sales on the railway, okay, and they have increased as per last news. It's expecting a holiday train sales during the holiday seasons. Okay, that was the latest news. So that news was sent out, I believe, it was sent out late August. Okay, so August or early September. So you can watch or go on pinksheets.com. You'll be able to see that news. Okay, so my buy zones here would be it would be a little bit gapped since it is a low share structure stock. Watch that 0.0045 to 0.006 level. Okay, the pivot price here is this previous low of 0.009. Okay, that's almost 100% up there. So, traders that want to trade this up, for a couple of percentage can do so. Okay, you also have a stop close below 45 on 2 consecutive closes. So what I would do here is I would make sure that I would look at the level to see where the support's at. Okay, the support that we want to hold is that 0.0045 level. Okay, if the stock holds that 0.0045, okay, watch that break of this 0.0078 and a test of 0.009. Okay, so that's the XTRN trade. Okay, the next stock, this is a stock that we posted a couple of weeks ago. It's APHD. Okay, APHD triggered, I believe on Friday. It gave an entry at 0.0012 and closed at the high at 0.0019. So this is a stock that's a low share structure stock. Give me 1 second. Okay, so the stock hit a low of 12. Okay, gave an entry, triggered entry, okay, on our buy zone. It gave an entry from 12 to 15. And on Friday, it closed at 19. So it looks like that's a bottom confirmation for me. So this is a stock that will be placed on the weekly watch list again, okay, and it has a low share structure. It's trending its 52-week lows. And what I like about the stock is that its master support is holding at 0.0012. Okay, right after that, you have the mental support at 0.001. Okay, stocks with low share structures and near lows bring the best probability levels. So I want traders to understand that if you're buying a stock from that range, okay, you're taking on less risk. This is a low share structure stock that recently sent out its 10Q. So it is an active stock, okay? The stock is in the MMA, mixed martial arts sector. They provide a website. They have a MMA animals cartoon. They're targeting children. A lot of children now. I don't know if you guys are aware. Tiger Showman. Also, they have a big following with the kids now. And I will be sending out some DD for you guys, so you guys can look at it. Really professional website. So what I'm looking at here is any entry APHD still 12 to 16. Okay, if that 0.0015 support holds, watch that 0.0015 to 19. Now, not all the time will you be able to add shares at 12. I noticed that towards the end of the day, okay, that bids increased on APHD from 12 to 14. So just keep an eye on that level 2. Be patient, be diligent. Okay, what we're looking for is this break of this 50-day moving average here at 23. Okay, if we break this 23, we'll test that 32 to 50 range. Okay, so it's got a fair amount of room to move higher. Previous highs over here was about 0.018. Okay, so you have a good amount of upside. If this does garner some attention, get some buy pressure, the stock should go up. Okay, another stock, this is a one from the past. Okay, it's TLFX, Telefix Communications. Okay, currently trading at 0007. Okay, this is a stock that's pretty much a pattern trade for us. The stock trades from 0007 to about 16 to 24. So it's done it in the past, and it's pretty much has turnkey solutions for law enforcement radios, emergency 911. And this is a big thing right now. I don't know if many see there's a lot of issues with pandemics right now. Hopefully, I'm not, I don't want to profit off of it or say that, make it not being sincere what's going on, but at the same time, this is the world we live in, and we may have mass emergency communication situations, and Telefixes recently got an award from Verizon, so it is a legitimate company. They also have ways to give out pretty much records, medical records, and things like that. And I posted the old video DD here, so you guys, anybody that wants to, watch the video, it has a more thorough, uh, uh, um, pretty much recap of what the stock does, so or the company does. So watch that 0005 master support. Okay, what I'm looking at here is the 0005 to 8 range. Okay, on Friday we saw the test this 0005 52-week low, and it closed at the high of the day. So you got a bullish reversal signal here. So what you want to see is this stock close above 8 on 2 consecutive closes. Then you'll test this 11 mark. If the stock breaks 11, okay, you could see a move higher. Okay, it's a breakout range. Okay, I was looking at the level 2 on the ask. Wasn't that big of an ask, so the stock does trade thinly. Okay, but again, just keep an eye on the TLFX. Any questions? The watch list. I only posted 3 this time. There was issues with traders a little bit. I didn't put grades on them. I think these are all pretty good trades here. Okay, at good levels. So I did not grade them, but I will start grading some if I think that these stocks will do good. What I'll do is I'll give them like a AAA rating, just like they give some companies. If it's a company that's high risk, I'll give it a single A. Okay, so I want traders to understand that concept, and I'll be posting that on the emails and some of the due diligence that gets sent out. Okay, so that's pretty much your OTC weekly watch list. Now I also looked at some other trades, okay, that were potentials for me sending out. Okay, one of them was EEGI. I think that the 9, okay, 0009 to 11 is a good probability range. If you look here, okay, from the 0005 level, it posted a nice bullish flag pattern. Okay, it hit the high of 28, and since then it's done an inside pattern here. and it's forming what you call a bullish flag. What I'm looking at here is every time it hits that 11 mark, it bounces up. Okay, you got a bit of a lower low here, so if this stock hits this 0009 to 11, could be a good buy zone range. Okay, watch that stock. Okay, hold above 0.001. If the stock closes below 0.001 on 2 consecutive closes, that means we're out. Okay, you'll probably see a breakdown on the stock. Okay, so I want traders to just pay attention to that 910 support here on the EEGI. Okay, if it does break that pivot of 16, you could test this 24 to 28 range. Okay, and that's pretty decent move higher. Okay, VOIS. VOIS is another stock that I gave out to my members. We gave it out at 13 to 18 buy zones. That was somewhere around here. The stock hit a high of 85. Okay, and since then it's been putting in a little bit of an uptrend channel. Okay, what I'm looking at here on, the VOIS is a little bit of a bearish pattern here. So the support that I would look for is that 0.0025 here to 0.0035. And what I would use as my stop is that close below this 50-day moving average at 0.0023 on 2 consecutive closes. And that's for the VOIS. Okay, the VOIS has been posting some news. Okay, and it is holding a channel. So those in VOIS, okay, watch that 0.0023. Okay, you want that stock to hold that support. Okay, let's move on. I'm going over to NSEH. Okay, the NSEH trade, we gave this out at 0003 to 4. That was somewhere around this range. Okay, since then the stock has hit a high of 18. It pulled back. It hit that 10 mark, that re-entry level, and then it hit a high of 28. So this was a pretty good trade for traders that added the lows. Okay, you're still seeing significant volume here, increasing volume. So there are buyers here. What I now 15 range, okay, that support level to hold. Okay, if the stock breaks below that level, watch this 9 to 10 level. Okay, that would be your next support. Typically, what you want this stock to do is to hold above this 20-day moving average. Okay, I think they have news coming out or expected. They've been management has been posting and tweeting about it, so we're waiting on that. Okay, so that's the NSEH. So that new support would be 13 to 15. Okay, for the ELRA, same thing, same as EEGI. Okay, you got that bull flag here, that bull flag setup here. You got the pull. Okay, you got a bit of a bullish inside pattern here. Okay, watch that 25 to 31 level on the LRA, the ELRA. Okay, the pivot price would be a close above this 0.0076 level, and a stop close would be below this 25. So you have good room here on the ELRA. Okay, you got a bit of a decreasing volume here, but what you want the stock to do is to hold this 25 level. So traders must really look at the support at that 20 to 25 range. All right, you want to make sure that stock has good support and is able to hold this level. If it does and it breaks above 0.0076, you could see that test of 0.01 again and possibly this 100-day moving average here at a 0.0128. Okay, I'm not. Is everybody keeping up with me? I know we're going and we're moving along pretty fast. Any questions thus far? Okay, for the DSCR. Okay, the DSCR is holding that 18 range. That was that re-entry level that I gave to traders. It hit a high of 28 from that 18 range. Now what we're seeing is this bull flag, another bull flag here. Okay, it's holding. They put out some news on hemp, and marijuana stocks are still bullish. So watch that DSCR. Okay, buy zone from 18 to 21. Okay, typically what you want this stock to do is hold above this 21 level. But if it does kiss that 18 level, okay, it could be a good entry. What we want to see this stock do is close above 26 or 28 range on 2 consecutive closes. Okay, my stop close here would be a close up, below this 19 level. If we close below 19 on 2 consecutive closes, we could see a potential test of this 15, then a breakdown down to 12. So watch the DSCR. Okay, it's still holding a bullish pattern. Okay, the PROW, this was a trade that we gave out at 0.007. It had a nice move up to about the 14 range, gave 100%, and then what I told traders is to watch that 0.008 to 90 range, and that gave us a re-entry level right around here. Then it tested that 0.014. What we're looking for is a close above this 0.0014 on 2 consecutive closes. Okay, so that re-entry here, okay, would be anywhere from 8 to 9. Okay, and that breakout level would be a breakout above this 24 range. But what we want to see the stock do is close above this 0.015 on 2 consecutive closes. That's what we want to see for that stock to retest this 0.026 level back in July. Okay, my stop close would be a close right here at the 0.007 level. Okay, and that would signal a breakdown of this channel. Okay, and I want traders to understand that you must abide by this. I would not add. Okay, if the stock breaks these levels, it doesn't mean add more. Okay, I want traders to understand these are the setups that we do for the markets. Okay, so I want traders to just watch that 0.008 to 0.009 level for that re-entry. Okay, the RSII, another stock, it needs a little bit of volume. Okay, not much volume, but it's still holding this channel here. Okay, still has news on their quick serve pizza acquisitions. So I would look at the 18 to 22 range for entry. Okay, my pivot price would be a close above this 20-day moving average at 0.0028. Then we could test these 0.004 to 48 range. Okay, what I would do is keep my stop tight at a close below 19 on 2 consecutive closes. Okay, so that's for anybody holding the RSII or thinking about re-entering the RSII. Okay, the XCLK, okay, currently trading from 10 to 13. Okay, I think we saw a low of 11. We haven't seen 10 thus far, but it has not closed below 10 on 2 consecutive closes. So it is holding this 11 mark. What we're looking for is the stock to break that 17 mark. Okay, we saw this stock trade from 11. For us, it triggered and it hit a high of 17, but could not break 17. I still think that it's in bottom accumulation range, so its stock has not stopped out. So I think that this is still a good buy zone for us. So it's still holding. So I want traders to keep an eye on XCLK. Any possible entry at 10 to 11 is a good buy. We saw what TXHE did. TXHE was sent out, I believe, like September 23rd, and last week on Friday it actually broke out. So sometimes these bottom trades tend to take a little longer. Okay, a little bit higher price stock was Tino. I sent this out, TINO. I put it out on the chat. I also sent it on premium Twitter. Okay, this was a stock that I felt that was holding this support here at 0.04 range. It is still holding. Okay, a little bit of a channel here. Watch that 0.04. If the stock closes below 0.04 on 2 consecutive closes, I would get out. When we send this out, it gave an opportunity to enter as low as 0.044. Then it hit a high of 0.078. So it was a nice move. Again, sometimes these trades, okay, require you to scalp or to get in, and out, to lock profits. I mean, I don't consider them flips. I consider them solid trades. So anytime you can trade a stock from 4 to 3, or I'm sorry, 4 to 7, 4 to close to 8, that's almost 100%. So I want traders to not lose focus and ensure to lock profits on the way up. So keep an eye on TINO. Okay, let's look for that stock to hold at 0.04 level. Okay, another stock, I was looking at it. I was thinking about sending it out last week. I was just not much of a bid. A lot of selling as well is the AJAC. Okay, the AJAC right now is holding that 0.002 level. The last time it was around this range, it hit a high of 0.006. So that's about 200%. So just watch this level hold. Okay, you had a little bit of a bullish reversal close on Friday. Okay, you saw a low of 20, and then the stock closed at a high of 28. So I'm looking at that 0.002 to 25 range. If it pulls back, a re-entry with a stop close, disciplined stop close below 2 on 2 consecutive closes. Okay, so that's pretty much all the stocks that I have and I'm reviewed. Tango wants to look at PEII and LATF. Okay, we could go ahead and look at that. Okay, PEII was a stock that we traded before, and now it's trading at 0004. So the stock tested 0.001 and closed near the high of the day. I guess I was already a 400, close to a 400% move. It hit a high of 5. I don't know if traders got an opportunity to get at 0001, but you could see some accumulation here. It is PEII, and I believe it has a significant amount of shares. So if we had how much volume? You had over 74 million in volume. So yeah, I mean this is a significant. This is a bullish reversal. I noticed that a lot of trips were catching bids. Okay, the stock did test this 0.001 and closed at 5, so that is significant. So if traders want to look to add on a pullback, could be a good move. What you want to see the stock do is close above 0007. So if it does pull back at 0004, if you can get it at 2 or 3, I don't think you're gonna get it at 2 though. You probably get it at 3 or 4, and then what you want to see is this stock trade and close above 0007 on 2 consecutive closes. That's your pivot price here. From there, you got upside up to about 12. So it just depends how much shares it takes to actually break that level. Want to see how many shares are at 0007. Okay. Okay, LATF. Let me look at LATF and then we'll look at UAPC. Okay, LATF is another. It's a marijuana stock. Laterno Foods. This is a stock that we've traded before. Okay, this was a pretty nice move here. Okay, you got a little bit of a box pattern here that broke out. Okay, what you want to see is the stock close above 14 on another day for that consecutive close above this box pattern. Okay, those that added that 10-11 range, good entry. I think that if the stock closes above this 14 level, you can get in. Okay, your next pivot would be 18. If the stock pulls back, what you want to do is you want to have that stop close below 10 on 2 consecutive closes. So traders that want to get into LATF, any pullbacks here to 00011, okay, could be good. Just make sure that you have a stop close below 10 on 2 consecutive closes. If the stock closes above 14, okay, then you can look for that 13, 14 to hold, and then that pivot break at 18. Okay, so what you want to see here is a confirmation close above 14 on 2 consecutive closes on the LATF. Okay, the UAPC actually triggered for us on at 0008. It closed above 13 on 2 consecutive closes. I think we got it, but at the same time, there was a lot of traders that could not hold above it. Okay, this is the range that we saw it break, but it could not hold above it. That's that range. Okay, we were able to buy the 0008. It hit a high of 15. Since then, it's broken down. It broke below that 12 support, so now that 12 becomes your resistance. So what you want to see here is this 0008 hold. Okay, the bad thing about this is that what you're seeing is it tested it here, it tested it here, it tested it here, and will it test it here again? Okay, if it tested one more time, okay, and it doesn't hold, okay, you have to ensure that you have your stop close below 0008 on 2 consecutive closes. All right. because as much as it held in this level right here, what you're doing is every time you come to this level, it can't break and hold above it. So the traders that got in at between 14 and 15 are now getting um, restless, and what they can do is trade the stock lower. So just keep an eye on that 0008 level. If you're buying 0008 to 10, you want to make sure that you have and hold that 0008 support. Okay. If you look here, okay, you did see that move. Okay, that increased volume, but now what you're seeing is okay a decrease in volume. Okay, so you want to make sure that you hold that 0008 support. So what you want traders want to look at is that level 2 at 0008. Let's see how many shares are on the ask, and make sure that you look at the bid ask ratio on the UAPC. I still think the UAPC very thin, low share structure stock. Okay, with good enough buy pressure, any updates, it could break above that 15 level. But at the same time, you have to stick to your parameters. You want this stock to hold and close above this 12 range on 2 consecutive closes, so we can test this 18 range. All right. What I'm seeing is a little bit of difficulty breaking above this 15. There's a lot of traders that bought 15 range over here. Okay, that's what we want to see. We want to see that pivot break of 15, because that's major resistance here on the UAPC. Okay, any other questions on any other stocks? Okay, great. So there's no other questions on any other stocks. Okay, HJOE. Okay, the HJOE right now, you had this support. It actually broke. Okay, but it closed at the 0.004. If you look here, when it was holding this bottom, the HJOE, when it was holding this bottom, okay, it broke down. This was the previous bottom. Okay, could not hold it, and it broke down. Then it held support, and it hit a high of 0.015 range. Okay, now what you wanted it to do was to hold this 0.004 level. It tried to do so on Friday. Okay, it closed up at 0.004, but what you're seeing here, same move it did here. Okay, that black candle right here. Now, if you look at it as well, okay, a little different. Okay, you got a little bit of a bullish reversal here, but at the same time, you got to see and watch confirmation here. Okay, you want this stock to close above 0.004 and hold this level. Okay, because that's that box pattern you have here. Okay, that's how I look at stocks. What I want these stocks to do is not break down. Okay, so it tested that double bottom here, but now it's kind of like breaching this level. Okay, so what you want this stock to do is to hold this 0.004 level, because when these box patterns break, not all the time, but for the most part, what I do is I do a 50% retrace from the old previous low. So what's 50% of 0.004? Okay, 50% of 0.004 is 20. So you want this stock to hold this 0.004 level. Okay, because you don't want this stock to break down on you. All right, so just watch that 0.004 level. It had a nice move, okay, from this 0.004 to 0.015. Since then, it had a 1, 2, 3 bar drop, and then right now it's trying to make a reversal. So what you want this stock to do is to hold this 0.004 level and hold above it, because if it closes below 0.004 on 2 consecutive closes, okay, then it's going to make a new low. And what I usually look at on new lows is going 50% from the previous low. Okay, not all the time does it happen, but like I said, what you want to do is you want to make sure that the stock closes above 0.004 level. All right, that's what I look at. So I'm not sure what Hangover Joe's does, but um, there's some volatility in the stock. All right, and somebody asked about MDIN. I forgot to update MDIN. I still believe MDIN has long opportunity, but at the same time, I want traders to understand that this was given at an opportunity from 0004 to 5. Okay, but it's still doing well. I mean, I think that it's still holding that trend. Okay, what we needed to do was break above this 10 on 2 consecutive closes, but in this OTC market, it seems like nobody holds. So, we had this opportunity to enter at 4 or 5. Okay, we saw people profit at 10. Okay, it pulled back, and then now it's treading and holding that 0005 low. What you want this stock to do is hold this channel right here. This channel, this parallel channel, you want it to hold. Okay, because if you get a close below 5 on 2 consecutive closes, then you could see this stock test this 3 range. Right now, I still think that it's holding. Right, pending news on the stock. Okay, and the stock has traded well from 0005. I think that any updates, the November deal, you could see this test 0.0043 again. Okay, it just matters whether traders are going to hold the stock or not. I just think that this is the type of trade that will do well in the long run. Okay, it did go 100% for us. Okay, and 100% is not too shabby in the OTC market. So I know a lot of people like that 500, 1,000% on a parabolic move, but that's not what we do here. So, you know what I mean? Kafka says it has a nice bid and a thin ask. So, yeah, I still think that, the stock is sold on Amazon. The stock is sold in Walgreens. Okay, they are launching products with THC. Okay, you got a big November vote for marijuana. So, I mean, I think that marijuana stocks, as much as people say that they're all hype, it is a sector. It is a big business sector right now. And it just seems like these type of stocks will be pretty much equivalent to what the dot-com bubble did. So I just think that marijuana stocks are here to stay until you get news of legalization, or it's just a matter of time. So I think that MDIN, anybody that's buying MDIN at the lows, you got a good risk reward there. Yeah, and then Kafka says that they're going to Asia soon. So yeah, that was the last news that they got. A little bit vague, but at the same time, if they're tapping into the Asia market, I know some people won't consider that news, but I mean, you have over 8 billion people, or I don't need to. Maybe I'm saying the wrong thing, but over 1 billion people at least in Asia. So that's a considerable amount of people right now. So you're talking about a big industry over in Asia. Any other questions on any stocks? Okay, Nanny did stop out for us. It did stop out on a close below 10. Okay, what we wanted it to do was hold this 10 level. If you notice, the stock did close and hit a low of 7 and then breached it. But since then, it hasn't been able to close above it. And this is why we use stops. Okay, for this reason. And the stock hit a low of 6, and from 10 level to 6, you're talking about 40%. Now the stock is trading at 0008. What you want to see, if traders that want to kind of look to buy the nanny trade, okay, you could look at buying 6 to 8 with a stop close below 6. But this looks like it's pretty much using a staircase down. So what you want to see is for the stock to break this level we had at 10. Okay, if it does, then you'll see a move higher. But for now, right now, there's a lot of consolidation here. What you want to do is maybe buy this 0006 to 8 and look for that stock to close above 10. Okay. little bit more volume on this stock, so you could see some consolidation here and a break above 10. So I would place my bid at 0006.7. Okay, for any people that don't like to hold, 6 to 7 would be a good buy zone here, I think. Okay, the SOR Strike Force Technologies. Okay, again, another one that has broken down. Okay, what you wanted the stock to do is hold that level. Okay, same thing. Okay, you want the stock to hold levels. They don't. They break down, and this level that needed to be held was at 0.00 uh 0.0028 level. Since then, it broke down below 0.0028. It saw a low of 18. So I would, pretty much average it out 0.0028. I will round it off to 0.003. So I would look at this stock to test that 15 mark. Okay, watch that 0.0015 mark. All right. If it doesn't hold that 0.0015 mark, okay, then you can look to that 10 level. Okay, the issue with this is that 0.0028 now is your resistance, because all the people that thought the stock would bounce at 2.8, now the stock is broken down and hit a low of 18. Okay, so Junior saying he's looking at 15 too. So I mean, I think that's a good risk reward at 15 with a stop below 13 on 2 consecutive closes, and you can look at buying the 0.001 level. Okay. So any questions on any of the things that I say, why I look at 52-week lows, what supports, retracements, okay? Pretty much this is the reason that we do this is to minimize risk. What we want to do is we want to look for the best opportunity. I know some traders were a little bit confused why so many stocks were being sent, but I want traders to understand when the stocks are sent via SMS, it's because I'm looking at a best buy zone opportunity for traders. Now, once that stock gets sent out, okay, it's usually in a silent accumulation. It gets sent out via either SMS or at the same time SMS and mobile app. Now, when the stock gets sent out, okay, we don't speak about it. We don't say anything about it on the chat room. What we do is we wait, and usually it ends up on the weekly watch list that following week. So there's nothing new here, okay? It's pretty much the same setups. Okay, I understand that a lot of traders, what they do is they want to buy the stocks that they're looking at. They're waiting for news. Okay, if you would have waited for the news on MDIN, you would have been buying at 8, 9, and 10. Okay, RSP traders were buying at 0004, 5, and 6. Okay, so I know some traders. Okay, Juan wants to go over ZNTR. ZNTR. Okay, I'm not gonna look at ZNTR now. Okay, still holding that buy. Okay, what we want to see the stock do is break this wedge pattern here at 8. Okay, you still have bottom consolidation here at 5. Okay, so the stock has yet to close below 5. Okay, so this wedge pattern is still intact. Okay, they did put out that their toxic financing was done. So traders that want to add here at 0005, what you want to do, make sure is that this stock closes, okay, always above 0005. Any close below 0005 on 2 consecutive closes, okay, I would stop out. Okay, currently it's trading at 0006. I think once traders see the potential in this, okay, we could test these levels here at 16 range. Okay, 16 and 38. This is a pattern trade, because if you look at here, okay, back in May, okay, we saw the stock hit from 10 to about 38. Okay, pulled back, hit a low of 8, and then it tested that 16 range. And currently, we are in a buy zone here. So I would not be surprised for another pattern to come to fruition. So ZNTR at 0005, I still think that's a good buy, set, and forget range. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I want traders to to pretty much stick to your levels, even if you don't trade these stocks that have been mentioned. As long as you set parameters, you set your buy zones, and you have your potential targets and also stops, you should do well. Okay, is no reason why traders should be losing a lot of money. Recently saw or chatted with a gentleman saying that he invested or traded into the market. I believe he started with an amount of about $10,000. He made $50,000, but then he lost about $20,000. I'm not sure if that's on me, but there is no reason why traders should be losing $20,000. Okay, you want to make sure that you use your money management skills. Okay, money management skills is very, very important when trading these stocks. Okay, part of this is growth. All right, and you want to be diligent and patient with your entries. You want to make sure that you always abide by your stops. And when you do have a bad trade, okay, understand it, understand the mistake, and move on. Okay, don't let that bad trade hinder your next. Okay, so if any other questions, I think we are done. I'm going to post this later on. Okay, I know I haven't been posting some of them, but we will be posting this later in the week to traders. Okay, so Tango says thank you, Mod. Very good meeting. No, thank you. Thank you all for meeting me. I know it's a Sunday, so it gets a little tough getting on the computer. I know it's a family time, so I do appreciate everyone coming out. And again, we're looking to get the best out of all our traders. So as much as I am committed to getting the best information to you guys, I want you guys to ensure to read the content, go on the website, and do your own due diligence, and ensure that you set your parameters when trading any of these stocks. Okay, great. One more last thing. We actually posted something on the website, and I want to just go over it. And I think this is a good tool. This is a buy, hold, stop table. Okay. What I'm going to do is every week I'm going to update it. Okay. Some of these stocks did stop out, but not without opportunity for traders to make money off of it. All right. So I want traders to keep an eye on this chart, because what it's going to do is it's going to show you, okay, green for hold and red for stop. Okay. Again, some of these trades, again, they stopped out, but they did give opportunity to trade it higher. So I want traders to just understand that. All right. For the UAMM, okay, the stock gave us an entry at 18, and then it ended up hitting a high of 44. It did not hit our potential at 7, but it still ended up hitting a high of 44. So this is just an example, or pretty much a recap of what our stocks are doing and whether we're holding and ensuring that you guys understand, okay, what it is to trade these stocks. Remember, we are not investors, we are traders. Okay, so any questions on this chart or this setup here, this table? Any questions? Okay, you have your stock symbol, your buy zone, your pivot potential, your stop close, your hold stop, and then I'll have some remarks. Okay, so Juan says, good, great idea. Okay, I mean, we're always coming up with different things to help you guys out. So this is sometimes I don't like walking all you guys across the street, but at the same time, sometimes there's a lot of confusion on what we're trying to achieve here. So I want traders to to use the content. It takes a lot of time to do these things, so I just don't want these things to go to waste. Okay. So any other questions? Any other questions on anything, the chart, any setups, anything that we discussed? Okay, I have this chart up as I trade. All right, beautiful, beautiful. That's good. Good stuff, Julius. Okay, great stuff then. Okay, great meeting. I really appreciate everybody's loyal support and look forward to great success this week and this coming month. So I will see all you guys tomorrow in chat, and I wish you guys all a good night.